Ladies and gentlemen, does intelligent life exist beyond Earth? Are extraterrestrials real? Or are they destined to remain forever, a product of human imagination? That is the question that has fascinated the minds of humankind for centuries. And now perhaps we are closer than ever before to the answer. Recently, a shocking revelation from a science filmmaker who has worked with NASA has sent waves through the astronomy and UFO research communities. He stated that telescopes on Earth have detected clear signs pointing to the existence of an intelligent extraterrestrial civilization. According to him, this evidence will soon be made public within just the next month. As soon as this information spread, it immediately became a major focus of international media, drawing attention from both the public and scientific experts, those eager to uncover the mysteries of our vast universe. But is this story true? Or is it just another distraction or hoax? Let's embark together on a journey to uncover the truth in today's video. We wish you moments of both relaxation and awareness as you join us on this mysterious exploration. Where did the initial source come from? A shocking claim: we have discovered a non-human civilization in our galaxy, and the world is still unaware. These were the exact words shared by Professor Simon Holland, a renowned documentary filmmaker and YouTuber who has produced science films for the BBC and projects funded by NASA. He is the man behind the revelation that stunned the research community. Holland stated that a scientist involved in the Breakthrough Listen program, an international project dedicated to searching for signals from extraterrestrial civilizations, shared with him information about a mysterious signal they detected years ago. This was not an ordinary signal, but a powerful radio signal at 980 MHz, recorded on May 24, 2019. The signal lasted for 5 hours, directed straight at Earth from the direction of Proxima Centauri, the star closest to our solar system, believed to have 2 orbiting planets, including one located in the habitable zone, the region where, if water exists, it could remain in liquid form, the basic condition for life. Astronomers called this signal BLC-1. It was recorded by the famous Parkes telescope in Australia. Scientifically speaking, the 980 MHz frequency band is one that is rarely affected by human technologies such as aircraft or satellites. This raises the possibility that this is indeed a technological signal from an alien civilization. However, not long after, in 2021, researchers unexpectedly announced that the signal might have been nothing more than a false positive, or perhaps contamination, caused by some as yet unidentified human technology on Earth, possibly even from a source within Australia itself. At that time, almost no one believed that the BLC-1 signal could have originated from an extraterrestrial civilization. But everything changed in 2023. The Breakthrough Listen project was revived. Under the leadership of scientists at the University of Oxford, United Kingdom, new in-depth studies were conducted, and the results were stunning. The research team declared they had found clear evidence that the signal was not human in origin, but came from another civilization. The Breakthrough Listen program, launched in January 2016, is one of humanity's largest ever efforts to search for traces of alien civilizations. With a massive budget of $100 million, the program was initiated by tech billionaire and physicist Yuri Milner, a man of Soviet heritage who grew up in Iceland and has attracted some of the world's leading scientific minds. The BLC-1 signal, with its mysterious details and unknown origin, remains an unsolved puzzle. But if Simon Holland's claims are true, humanity could be standing at the threshold of a historic turning point, the first evidence that we are not alone in the universe. Ladies and gentlemen, the quest to find extraterrestrial intelligence continues, and what is happening at this moment may represent the greatest turning point in human history. The efforts to search for signs of alien life, especially through radio telescopes, are just the tip of the iceberg in the groundbreaking project called Breakthrough Listen. According to the shocking statement by Simon Holland, veteran filmmaker, former BBC editor and collaborator on NASA-funded projects, a team of astronomers at the University of Oxford has for the first time discovered clear evidence of a signal coming from another world, and they plan to announce this discovery within the next month. However, in the world of science, such historic claims always demand caution and rigorous verification. Currently, the project's scientists are urgently gathering additional data to strengthen their findings in preparation for an international announcement. Holland also revealed that the Oxford team is in direct competition with Chinese scientists who are also closely tracking the BLC-1 signal thanks to the FAST telescope, the giant spherical telescope with a diameter of up to 500 meters, now the largest telescope in the world, following the collapse of the Arecibo Observatory in Puerto Rico. This race is not just about who announces first. The core issue here is whether we have truly found evidence of an extraterrestrial civilization, because if that is true, it would become one of the most sensational pieces of news in the history of modern science. The question of life beyond Earth has long troubled scientists, the media, and the public around the world, driving a relentless search for clues. And now it seems that the answer may be closer than ever. If scientists from the UK or China truly manage to decode this signal, they would not only be pioneers, but could also usher in a new era of planetary science, one where the boundaries of life, intelligence, and humanity's place in the universe would be rewritten. However, we must also realistically acknowledge that up to this point, Simon Holland, the person behind the sensational claim, is not an official member of the Breakthrough Listen project. After leaving the BBC, he has focused on postgraduate media training and running his personal YouTube channel. Even so, his statements have immediately been widely covered by major outlets like the Mirror Daily Mail and various Vietnamese media agencies, sparking international curiosity and debate. Yet in the end, the truth still needs to be confirmed by those directly involved. As of now, NASA has not made any statements or comments regarding the matter. International scientific organizations have also remained cautious and have not announced a clear stance. What about you? Do you believe that this event marks the first step in confirming the existence of extraterrestrial intelligence? Share your thoughts in the comments so we can discuss and explore this mystery together. Although humanity has yet to discover undeniable signs of extraterrestrial life with the rapid advancement of technology, I believe the day we find the ultimate answer to the question, "Are we alone in the universe?" is only a matter of time. The universe, an endless, boundless space, continues to keep its secrets hidden. Our galaxy, the Milky Way, is home to the solar system and to humanity itself. We are living within the Milky Way, so we cannot view it in its entirety from the outside. But from Earth on a clear night in a place far from artificial light, you can still see the magnificent Milky Way stretched across the night sky like a silver ribbon. It shines like a galactic silk band, extending from the constellation Cassiopeia in the north to the Southern Cross in the south. The Milky Way is a barred spiral galaxy, its core home to hundreds of billions of stars, planets, cosmic dust, and perhaps even beings we have never known. Accurately measuring the galaxy's size has always been an enormous challenge for astronomers. That depends on many factors such as the sensitivity of instruments, light intensity, and observation position. But regardless of these limits, one thing is certain: we have only explored a tiny fragment of the vast cosmic ocean. And who knows, hidden among those faint signals, another civilization might be trying to speak to us. After many years of observation and calculation, astronomers have estimated that the diameter of the Milky Way, the galaxy we live in, is about 100,000 light years. But do you know just how vast 100,000 light years really is? In fact, a light year is not a unit of time, but a unit of distance used in astronomy. It's the distance that light, the fastest thing in the universe, traveling at about 300,000 kilometers per second, covers in 1 year. When you multiply that speed by the number of seconds in a year, you get about 9.5 trillion kilometers for each light year. So 100,000 light years equals roughly 950 quadrillion kilometers. If you wrote that number out on paper, you'd see 950 followed by 15 zeros, a figure almost impossible for anyone to truly imagine. Now you can somewhat picture the staggering vastness of the Milky Way, can't you? But that's only the surface. To truly grasp the enormity of our home galaxy, we need to delve deeper into the wonders that exist within it. Spanning a space greater than 950 quadrillion kilometers, the Milky Way contains between 100 billion and 400 billion stars, and possibly at least as many planets. These stars group together into 4 major spiral arms, forming the galaxy's distinctive shape. Among those hundreds of billions of stars, the Sun, the star that sustains our life, is just one tiny star. The solar system is not at the center of the galaxy, but about 26,000 light years away from it. If one day you could see the Milky Way from afar, you'd realize that the solar system is merely a small dot hidden in the vastness of the universe. That feeling of smallness becomes even clearer when we compare the Milky Way to other galaxies. In our local group of galaxies, which includes neighboring galaxies like Andromeda, the Triangulum Galaxy, and several dwarf galaxies, the Milky Way ranks only second in size. The Andromeda Galaxy is significantly larger, with a diameter of about 220,000 light-years, more than double the size of the Milky Way. And if you think that's the greatest marvel the universe has to offer, imagine this: the largest galaxy ever observed by humans is a giant called IC 1101, also known by the nickname Alcyoneus. Its estimated size reaches up to 16.3 million light-years. Yes, you heard that right. Compared to the Milky Way, this galaxy is about 163 times larger. With such an unimaginably vast size, Alcyoneus currently holds the record as the largest galaxy ever discovered in the universe. The farther we look into space, the more we realize how small we are in this boundless universe. But it is precisely from this smallness that humanity's curiosity and thirst for exploration grow so great. Perhaps that is the true beauty of the scientific journey, a journey of endlessly reaching farther to better understand our place and meaning in this vast cosmic picture. Before the galaxy Alcyoneus was discovered in February 2022, the record for the largest galaxy in the universe belonged to IC 101, with a size of about 5.5 million light-years, 55 times larger than the Milky Way. But since 2022, IC 101 has faded into the past, giving up its title of Giant King to Alcyoneus, a galaxy whose size surpasses all human imagination. And then every time you gaze up at the night sky, letting your soul drift among the shimmering stars, surely you've dreamed of escaping the solar system, flying across the Milky Way, and exploring the mysteries waiting in the infinite universe. But reality pulls us back to Earth, where the limits of current technology still prevent humanity from stepping beyond the solar system. To this day, no unmanned spacecraft has crossed the boundary of the solar system. Voyager 1, launched by NASA in 1977, is considered the pioneer on this journey of cosmic exploration. It is also the most distant human-made object from Earth ever created. At present, Voyager 1 is more than 24.6 billion kilometers from Earth. Even after traveling non-stop for nearly half a century, it has only just passed the outer edges of the solar system. It is estimated that Voyager 1 will need about another 300 years to reach the edge of the Oort cloud, a hypothetical region of space that surrounds the solar system. From there, it will take an additional 30,000 years to completely cross the cloud and officially leave the solar system. Perhaps that will mark the historic milestone when humanity for the first time sends a device beyond our cosmic home. But if Voyager 1 were to journey to the center of the Milky Way, it would have to travel continuously for 1.7 billion years. Yes, that number is enough to make every space enthusiast feel a pang of sorrow, because no matter how hard we try, that journey remains beyond the reach of human timescales. The average human lifespan lasts just a few decades, far too short to compare with the vastness of the universe. However, the dreams and aspirations of exploration have never stopped burning in humanity's heart. Generation after generation, from childhood dreams to ambitious scientific projects, the longing to reach the stars continues to be nurtured. Today, countless students, the future generations, are kindling ambitions to build spacecraft, fly to Mars, explore neighboring planets, and go even farther beyond the boundaries of the solar system. They are the ones who will write the next chapter in humanity's journey to conquer space. The universe always fascinates humanity with the mysterious beauty of the stars. If stars usually refers to individual celestial bodies like the sun, then star systems represent a far more diverse and wondrous world. A star system is a group of stars that share an orbit bound together by gravity, like dancers spinning around one another in space. The most common are binary star systems, pairs of stars orbiting each other. There are also triple star systems, which are rarer but still found in many parts of the universe. For example, Polaris, Alpha Centauri, and HD 18753. All of these are known triple star systems. However, no system has surprised scientists as much as TIC 290061484, a groundbreaking discovery made thanks to NASA's TESS exoplanet survey satellite. This is a unique triple star system with distances between the stars so close they are almost unbelievable. In simulation models, you can see the three stars orbiting within a distance comparable to that between the Sun and Mercury. Two of them are nearly stuck together, while the third orbits this pair like a loyal bodyguard. The two central stars have masses 6.8 and 6.1 times that of the Sun, respectively, and complete an orbit in just 1.8 Earth days. The third star, the most massive, weighs in at 7.9 times the Sun's mass and orbits the central pair with a 24.5-day period. This strange system lies in the constellation Cygnus, about 5,000 light-years from Earth. It is considered the tightest triple-star system ever discovered in the history of astronomy. Previously, that record belonged to Lambda Tauri, discovered in 1956 in the constellation Taurus, about 480 light-years from Earth. In that system, the inner pair of stars orbited each other in 3.9 days, while the third star took up to 33 days to complete its orbit. Compared to Lambda Tauri, the third star of TIC 290061484 needs only 25 days to complete its cycle, officially breaking a record that had stood for 68 years. This discovery has made TIC 290061484 the tightest triple star system ever known, a marvel in the heart of the vast universe. And what's even more surprising, that's still not the most intriguing thing about this system. Scientists believe that this triple star system may still be hiding another surprise and as yet undiscovered companion. They suspect there could be a fourth star orbiting the trio. According to estimates, this star would have a mass about 6 times that of the Sun and an orbital period of up to 3,200 days, nearly 8.75 Earth years. However, as of 2024, the hypothesis of the fourth star has not been officially confirmed. TIC 290061484 is therefore still recorded as a triple star system. What's even more remarkable is that this discovery didn't come from professional scientists, but from a group of amateur researchers, people captivated by the mysterious beauty of the night sky. They met through a project called Planet Hunters, which ran from 2010 to 2013, where a shared passion for discovery brought them together as a community united by a common ideal. Later, this group partnered with professional astronomers at NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center and formed a visual survey team. After a decade of tireless observation and analysis, their relentless efforts were rewarded with a truly groundbreaking discovery. However, this is only the first chapter in a long journey ahead. Scientists are now eager to delve deeper into understanding how did this system form and how will it evolve in the distant future. What is astonishing is that all three stars in the system are currently orbiting each other in an almost perfectly flat plane, an extraordinary stability rarely seen in space. But that fragile order cannot last forever. According to astronomers, the excessive closeness of the two central stars will soon lead to tragedy. In about 20 million years, as the two stars age, their outer layers will expand and eventually collide, triggering a violent Type II supernova explosion. From the remnants of this cataclysm, a neutron star may be born. This could be the first neutron star formed from the merger of three distinct stars, a rare cosmic event in the history of human astronomy. But all these grand scenarios, as spectacular as they may be, belong to millions of years in the future. What truly commands our respect is the journey that led to the discovery of this triple star system, a journey that owes much to the TESS Transiting Exoplanet Survey Satellite, one of NASA's most advanced tools for exoplanet exploration. TESS is renowned for its ability to search for planets outside the solar system using the transit method, that is by monitoring the light of tens of thousands of stars for changes that indicate an object is passing in front of them. If the brightness of a star dims slightly at regular intervals, it could be a sign that a planet or other body is orbiting it. Since its launch into space in 2018, TESS has revolutionized our knowledge of other worlds. It has discovered over 440 exoplanets of all shapes, sizes, compositions, and orbits, proving a profound truth: the universe is not only vast but also unimaginably diverse. In addition to its ability to detect exoplanets via the transit method, TESS has played a vital role in searching for and identifying unique and complex star systems those cosmic puzzles that we are only beginning to decipher. Most astronomers tend to focus on compact star systems where irregularities are easier to detect. In particular, red dwarf stars, smaller, dimmer, and cooler than the sun are ideal targets for observation. Their modest size helps minimize glare, making it easier for telescopes like TESS to capture unusual phenomena. That's why the discovery of a massive, brilliantly bright triple star system like TIC 2900-61484 truly sent shockwaves through the research community. This finding raises the question, could such multi-star systems be less rare than we once thought? Perhaps throughout the galaxy, similar or even more complex star systems are quietly waiting to be discovered. Today, with the support of advanced technologies like artificial intelligence AI and machine learning, along with the legacy of knowledge accumulated through centuries of skywatching, humanity is more confident than ever on its journey to uncover the universe's greatest secrets. And we won't stop there. In the summer of 2027, a major turning point is expected when the next generation space telescope, named the Nancy Grace Roman, or simply Roman, will officially leave Earth and venture into space. Roman will provide images with resolution far superior to that of TESS, and one of its core missions will be to monitor the light of hundreds of millions of stars. Thanks to this, scientists may detect light flickers, potential signs of ultra-dense star systems that could contain up to 6 stars dancing together in a mesmerizing cosmic waltz like bees within a hive of the universe. In other words, Roman will open a new era where the limits of knowledge and technology are broken, and what once seemed impossible will gradually come into focus. That will bring us closer to the age-old question, are we alone in this universe among the places most likely to harbor extraterrestrial life? Jupiter's moon Europa has always ranked at the top. Beneath its thick, icy crust, scientists believe there is a hidden ocean, a silent world full of potential. And there is only one way to find out. We must go there. That is precisely the mission of the Europa Clipper spacecraft, a symbol of humankind's yearning for exploration. October 14, 2024 became a historic milestone as the craft officially left Earth. Before launch, thousands gathered around Kennedy Space Center in Florida to witness that sacred moment. As the entire system underwent its final checks, the mission director shared, "We've got beautiful weather, a fantastic spacecraft, and a rocket ready to go. Everything's perfect for launch." At exactly 12:06 p.m. local time, SpaceX's Falcon Heavy roared to life, carrying Europa Clipper into the sky, marking the start of a journey across hundreds of millions of kilometers of space. Comments like, "Let's go," flooded NASA's livestream, a wave of emotion that swept across the globe. But Europa Clipper is not just a spacecraft. It is a message from humanity sent to the stars. Inside this vessel are the most sophisticated scientific instruments ever designed to detect signs of life. And beyond that, it carries the names of millions of people from around the world, individuals who have imprinted a part of themselves on humanity's shared journey. In 2023, NASA launched a campaign called Send Your Name to Europa, inviting people across the globe to send their names to Jupiter's icy moon. It was a profoundly symbolic initiative, with each name representing humanity's hopes and belief in a future that reaches beyond Earth. Among those who took part was Ha Yen, a citizen of Vietnam, who proudly submitted her name to be carried aboard the Europa Clipper spacecraft. It is truly wondrous to know that no matter how small we may seem, we can still be part of this grand journey. Among millions of names from all over the planet, your name too is flying through space inside one of the most advanced machines humankind has ever built. Just 4 minutes after leaving the launch pad, the rocket's upper stage separated from the first booster stage and continued carrying Europa Clipper farther from Earth's gravitational pull. Over the next 40 minutes, the upper stage fine-tuned its trajectory. The engine reignited for another 3 minutes, pushing the craft onto its path toward deep space. Exactly 1 hour and 2 minutes after launch, the spacecraft officially detached from the upper stage and began operating independently. At NASA's Mission Control Center, the confirmation signal of success immediately set off a wave of applause, a release of emotion after years of research, development, and preparation. From that moment, Europa Clipper officially began its lonely voyage across the solar system, bound for Europa, the moon of hope. But that was not the final test. 6 hours after launch, the craft received the command to deploy its 2 solar arrays, massive sails that would power all operations throughout the nearly 6-year journey. The deployment process was controlled remotely with meticulous care. First, the retaining bars were released, then each sail unfolded in precise sequence. The result was impressive. The 2 giant solar arrays were successfully deployed. Europa Clipper is now the largest planetary exploration spacecraft NASA has ever built. Each panel measures 2 meters in length with a surface area of 18 square meters. And when fully deployed, the total width of the 2 arrays spans 30 meters, about the width of a regulation basketball court. Each solar panel can generate 150 watts of continuous power when facing the sun. Even though solar energy at Jupiter's orbit is only about 4% of what we receive on Earth, this technology has already proven its effectiveness through the previous Juno mission. This stands as a testament to humanity's perseverance and ingenuity. Even in the most distant and frigid places, we can still capture light and transform it into hope. As of now, the $5 billion spacecraft has successfully departed Earth. It will travel 2.9 billion kilometers over the course of 5.5 years before reaching Europa in June 2030. This journey carries not only machinery and instruments, but also the dreams, faith, and unity of all humankind. NASA Administrator Bill Nelson shared emotionally, "Congratulations to the Europa Clipper team. We've begun our first journey to an ocean beyond Earth. This is not merely a voyage to a distant world, but a journey into the heart of humanity's greatest questions about life, about our place in the cosmos, and about our ability to reach beyond even the stars." After arriving at Jupiter in June 2030, the Europa Clipper spacecraft will spend its first year adjusting its orbit, preparing for the next steps of its grand mission. In the spring of 2031, the craft will officially make its first close flyby of Europa, marking the start of 49 planned flybys over the following 3 years. The primary goal of the mission to explore Europa's habitability, this icy moon, believed to potentially harbor conditions necessary for life. The journey will focus on investigating 3 key elements essential for life's existence: liquid water chemistry and a stable energy source. To fulfill this mission, Europa Clipper carries 9 sophisticated scientific instruments, each acting as a sense for humanity in the distant reaches of space. Among them is a wide-angle camera to observe geological activity on the surface, along with a thermal imaging system to detect warm regions, places that might conceal hidden subsurface activity. In addition, the spacecraft's spectrometer will analyze the chemical composition of the thin, hazy atmosphere and may even detect plumes of water erupting from beneath the thick ice. A detailed map of Europa's surface will be produced using advanced instruments, while other devices will measure the depth and salinity of the hidden ocean beneath the crust. One of the special instruments is a mass spectrometer capable of analyzing gases released by potential water plumes, messages from the world beneath the icy ocean. Through this, scientists hope to gain new insights into the mysteries hidden beneath the moon's frozen shell. But why Europa and not Mars, long considered the prime destination in the quest for extraterrestrial life? The answer lies in the source of water. Although Mars is located within the Sun's habitable zone, it has virtually no protective atmosphere and is exposed to high levels of radiation, which greatly reduces its potential to support life. In contrast, Europa may harbor an entire underground, salty ocean, shielded by a thick layer of ice that protects it from the harsh conditions of space. Despite being only about 1/4 the size of Earth, scientists believe that Europa could contain twice as much water as all of our planet's oceans combined. For this reason, Europa is regarded as the most promising candidate in the solar system for the search for habitable conditions. However, much remains uncertain. One of Europa Clipper's key missions is to determine the thickness of the ice shell, as well as the composition of the ocean beneath. The mission's early findings could offer the first clues as to where in the universe life, whether single-celled or more complex, might exist. NASA Administrator Bill Nelson shared an inspiring message: by exploring the unknown, Europa Clipper will help us better understand the potential for life, not just in our solar system, but on the billions of moons and planets beyond. Yet this journey of discovery cannot be rushed. It will take at least 6 more years before any significant data is sent back to Earth. And we must also understand this Europa Clipper is not designed to directly detect life, but rather to assess the potential for life. If any notable signs are found, we will need future boulder missions to return and delve deeper into this icy ocean world. That is why patience is essential, but in return, we are one step closer to answering humanity's greatest question. Are we alone in the universe? The journey of Europa Clipper has only just begun, but the hope it carries has already illuminated the long path ahead. Thank you for joining Did You Know on this special voyage. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to continue exploring the mysteries of the universe with us. Goodbye and see you on the next adventure. Have a wonderful day.